All right, all right. What's good, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. American cognitive dissonance. I was just thinking, sometimes I do that. I do that sometimes. About how the American dream, the American ideology is just perverted. And one of the things I was thinking about is America has this funny way of talking about how bad everybody else is. And I was like, wait a minute. America takes stats. This many people died in the Holocaust. This many people died in King Leopold. This many people died in China, from Mao or whatever. This many people died in this other, in India or something like in Africa. This how many people Idi Amin killed. This is look at the numbers. Look how terrible these people are. And it's like, wait a minute. How come you never counted how many people died under these type of circumstances in America? Because now we can have that cognitive dissonance where it's like, well, this is the land of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yeah. So, how many Native Americans died total because of America? Like, where's the picture of, I don't know, y'all gonna separate it. Well, that was that president, and that was that president, and that was that president. Now, there's gonna be a lot of presidents that killed a lot of people. I know part of y'all are using presidents to kind of circumvent the responsibility of white people as a group, whatever. But you got to ask the question, like, where you at? Like, real talk, like, where you at? Because at some point, somebody has to say, yo, yeah, we don't know how many Native Americans died. You know how many black people died? We don't know. Okay. Never added it up, huh? Just never counted it up. After all of these years, you just never counted it up. People just getting buried at mass burial sites. You just never said, oh, there's 1 million people. It was 800,000 people here. It was 5,000 people here. It was 15,000 people there. It was 20 here. When it was paying people to kill people in this country, you never counted that. All the babies that was fed to alligators, they never counted all of that up. I was like, wait. Okay, how about this? You never counted that, right? So, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay. Well, since we know there's a lot of lives that were murdered and taken, how many people's liberty and pursuit of happiness was murdered? You can definitely see how many people were done wrong, whose liberty was taken away, and whose pursuit of happiness was taken away. You can add that up. The families affected, and this, that, and the third. You can do that. No, we don't count them numbers. But you mean you don't count those numbers? All these people displaced, the time period, you don't count that? Interesting. So let me get this right. The millions of people that were killed for nefarious reasons, oh, the Tutsi and the Hutu, oh, they're mass murdering their own people, blah, 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 blah. Huh. You know how many people died in Tiananmen Square, but you don't know how many people died on American soil. Not to mention, you don't go abroad and count how many people got killed abroad. You don't add that up. And what I'm saying is, to get to the numbers that they're talking about, you had to add it all up. So y'all didn't add it up. That's kind of weird to me. So it's like, what are you talking about? We did add it up. No, you added up all the people that died in other countries. You didn't add, okay, when the Army went here, the Army has killed this many people. The Navy have killed this many people. The Marines have killed this many people. The Air Force has killed this many people. This many bombs were dropped and this many people died in the last 60, 70 years. You get what I'm saying? So you don't add up all the people you killed in the country. You don't add up all the lives that were murdered as far as their liberty and pursuit of happiness, and you don't count up all the people that were killed abroad. Not to mention the people in coups and all that other stuff, right? So we just gonna act like, all of these other countries and all of these other leaders were oppressive and they were this, that, and the third. Which, historically speaking, yes, you could say they were. But how come you don't know how many people George Washington killed or had killed? He was a slave owner. I'm sure somebody tried to escape. He killed him, I'm sure. He chopped down a cherry tree, but you don't know whose legs he chopped off. Doesn't make sense. You don't like R. Kelly sleeping with young women, but you don't mind Thomas Jefferson sleeping with a kid. Like, doesn't make sense. And the other guys, those things don't add up. Somehow, just somehow. The American hypocrisy. And shout out to Sergeant Willie P for saying this. America believes in generational wealth. I've inherited this from my father's father and father's father. Okay, so you need to be sued because that was illegal. You need reparations. You're gonna Me Too some of them finances from that generational wealth, because your generational wealth came from stealing from my family's generations ago. Oh, we don't do that, huh? That's what I'm talking about. The perversion. This is the whole thing when people are talking about America in a religious sense. And I've talked about this before. Like, how can America be a Christian nation when the only person you're supposed to be good to is white people, when Jesus wasn't even white? And everybody else, like all the calamity, it's not a calamity, all the destruction that this country has caused people inside of this country and outside of this country, somehow that's what God blesses. All the dreams deferred and destroyed, somehow that's what God ordains and blesses. Like, we got manifest destiny, white supremacy, and then, Christianity down here. And it's like, we're going to tell God what he needs, we did the right thing. Like, Americans, the cognitive dissonance of America, the hypocrisy is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then to operate in it as if, oh, nothing's wrong. Something is very wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Well, if you don't like it, go to another country. Yeah, if I go to another country, that'll be a country that America effed with and ruined their country. So I go somewhere that America already ruined even before I got there. Because those people come from them countries to America because America ruined their home. Whatever, man. Anyway, that's just my thought on this. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.